honest with God. In the beginning of the book, we see that Habakkuk sounds less like a prayer and more like a complaint. And you wouldn't be crazy if it felt like that to you, because in fact, Habakkuk says, this is my complaint. I'm going to read a few verses from chapter 1. And as I read this, I want you to pay attention to just how open, just how honest, and maybe even a little raw that he is. Verses 2 and 3 from chapter 1 say, how long, Lord, must I call for help, but you do not listen? Uh-oh. Or cry out to you violence, but you do not save? Why do you make me look at injustice? Man, I'd be stepping back from, that lightning. That just the thing that makes me a little uncomfortable. But why do you tolerate wrongdoing? Violence are before me. Their strife and conflict abounds. And in verse 13, he says, your eyes are too pure to look on evil. You cannot tolerate wrongdoing. Why then do you tolerate the treacherous? Why are you silent when the wicked swallow up those more righteous than themselves? Uh-oh. I actually think this is quite beautiful, because Habakkuk is just straight up with how he feels about what's going on, about what he's seeing. Habakkuk is upset, and he lets God know that he's upset. But I want you to notice a couple things about his complaints here, because they are not quite like the complaints that we hear in our culture today. Some of the complaints in our culture today blame God for what's happening. But here, Habakkuk doesn't in any way blame God for what's happening. He understands that it is human folly that has got them all here. It's clear to him, no welfare, God, how long must I travel in these sandals with holes in them? No, this is not about some personal issue that he's upset about, and he's not blaming God for anything, but he is upset.